Hey, it's Tap Trading. Today we're gonna be analyzing Tesla really quickly, hopefully, at least less than 5 minutes. So last week on Thursday and Friday, it's been downtrending. It's a pretty nice downtrend, I gotta say. It's really nice. I think those earnings. I think so. Hopefully, I'm not wrong. But yes, on the 30th Thursday, you can see it had a huge gap up, a $50 plus gap up. I thought it wouldn't gap up because we have this like consolidation for the past 3 days before that. Uh, Much of the move happened in this huge upside again, this huge rally from the opening to here. So I guess it was. I guess we could say like Tesla needed a big move. It doesn't want to stay on consolidation much of the time. Tesla's a big mover, one of the biggest movers. Uh, so yeah, you can see like in the volume profile, there was a lot of volume traded because it's consolidating, and consolidations tend to be support or resistance levels. They always work out most of the time. But I think the reason why Tesla eventually broke down, I've seen this so many times, all the time, is when there's a gap up, usually fails, or it just does a gap and go. Uh, but it didn't do the gap and go pattern. I didn't see that happening. It was taking forever in the first 30 minutes. You can see it consolidated. I had this support level. I was changing a bit because I just tried making it the best possible support level. Uh, yeah, you can see even the volume profile. I didn't have volume profile, but now I have it. But you're gonna use the volume profile for analysis, and you can see there's a lot of volume traded. Another consolidation, a key of consolidation, a sign. And then we have a valley here full of just selling, and that's what caused it to break down this support level. Because rallies and breakdowns usually happen when there's no resistance on that side. So if you have all selling and there's no buying against that, it just tends to go to that one direction. It's so directional. And that's the difference between consolidation and trends. It's just how much resistance is one side of the buyers or sellers is facing against the other participants. As you can see, much selling. So this was never going to be a gap and go because it made a lower low now. Uh, just typical normal market structure. And yeah, we had a pullback. That would have been a good buy. I would have, if it pulled back in here, it would have been even better. But yeah, a lower high and then lower low again and consolidated. Buyers came in here, boom, 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 boom. They couldn't continue going higher. So that was great because it didn't make a higher high, at least. Just lower lows here, lower highs here. So after market, I saw like it made a triangle. Uh, is that ascending? I think it's ascending. Yeah, ascending triangle. Looks really nice. But it did break down of that. You can see here it was still consolidating, but in the chart it was making this downtrend. So yeah, downtrend for the rest of the day, and then around 10 to 11, we had a consolidation starting, and this tends to happen. I even have a note on it. I just noticed like during 10 to 11, around that time, there's just this typical like change in the market till the rest of the day, and that's like either consolidation starts forming because most of the movement happens in the beginning of the market. That's when it's most active, or it does a reversal on the other side. But here we had a consolidation, so again, it didn't make a higher high compared to here. It did try making going higher, but it just failed and closed lower. So yeah, it closed lower than the previous day. So that's pretty bearish. That's a bearish sign. You know, if you looked at on the daily charts, the next day, Elon Musk said something. Well, at around 8:10 Los Angeles time, and he said Tesla is too expensive. So when it says it's too expensive, it's oversold. Overbought? No, it's yeah, it's overbought. Never mind, not oversold. It's overbought, and when the owner of a company says that, everyone's gonna follow just because a CEO knows the most of his company, of their company. Um, but we still had this like resistance. Like I told you, consolidations tend to be support or resistance levels, and here it proves it right. It literally it gapped down actually for the day, tried going and filling that gap, but it failed. Yeah, so it was consolidating for the first hour or two, and then around 8:10, that's when Elon tweeted, and as you can see, there was so much selling. It was from like 760 to almost $100 down. And it went down $80, and rallies usually last a short time period compared to consolidations. They happen longer. So typical market structure again. And looking at the volume profile, it just proves where consolidations are and where the rallies are. Yeah, and for the outlook for the future, I'm gonna say, well, it could anything could happen, but I'm gonna lean towards just for this next week. It's just gonna be ranging. I feel like just because the tweet's still there, it could still be scaring everyone, and who knows why Elon Musk even tweeted that, because he got in trouble last time he did that. And or if it does break down, then we're just gonna short this because the next levels are like really down here, and this is not a support because it's just this rally, which there's really not much buyers here. Again, rallies have less volume compared to consolidations, and that's why that's a really weak support. Or we can have a reversal, but that'll take a while. I feel like, but it's Tesla and it does some crazy shiz. But yeah, that's my outlook for Tesla next week or tomorrow till Friday.